I am calling you higher. Before you speak another word of doubt, before you surrender to another night of fear, listen to me. I am the one who formed the foundations of the earth and breathed life into your lungs. I am the author of your beginning and the keeper of your tomorrow. And today I am telling you this. Nothing that stands against you is greater than the power that stands within you. You have been praying, you have been waiting, you have been wondering if I hear you. I hear every whisper. I see every tear that falls when no one else notices. When you come to me in prayer, believing, aligning your heart with my will, you activate a force that moves mountains. Faith is not a magic word. It is trust rooted in relationship. When you trust me fully, you open doors that fear has kept shut. Too often, you pray while secretly expecting disappointment. You ask while preparing for rejection. But I tell you this, belief is not passive hope. Belief is confident expectation that I am working even when you cannot see the evidence. If you plant a seed and dig it up every day to check its growth, it will never flourish. In the same way, if you plant prayer but uproot it with doubt, you delay your own breakthrough. I am not a distant ruler withholding blessings. I am a father shaping you through every season. Some prayers are answered quickly because they strengthen you. Others are delayed because they must transform you first. When I say wait, it is not punishment, it is preparation. When I say no, it is protection. And when I say yes, it is purpose unfolding. Authority does not come from noise, it comes from truth. When my son walked the earth, many questioned his authority. They demanded explanations, yet their hearts were closed. Truth does not force itself upon those who refuse sincerity. If you seek me honestly, I will reveal wisdom to you. But if you approach me with pride and stubbornness, you block your own understanding. Examine your heart today. Are you seeking answers to obey me or to challenge me? There is a difference. Obedience invites revelation. Pride invites confusion. When you humble yourself, clarity follows. I also speak of justice, because love without justice is incomplete. There are those who persistently reject truth, who harm others, who mock righteousness. Do not be troubled by their temporary success. Justice is not absent, it is patient. Every action has consequence. Every seed produces fruit. I am merciful, but I am also just. What is wicked will not stand forever. But you choose righteousness. Choose integrity when it is inconvenient. Choose honesty when deception seems easier. Choose compassion when anger feels justified. Your character is being formed daily by the small decisions you make. The world sees your public moments. I see your private choices. And it is in those private choices that destiny is shaped. Do not compare your journey with another's. Comparison steals gratitude. I have written your path uniquely. What I am building in you cannot be rushed by envy or destroyed by delay. Stay faithful where you are. Excellence in the present prepares you for expansion in the future. If you feel that I am speaking to you right now, if something inside you is stirring with renewed faith, type YES in the comments as a declaration that you choose belief over doubt. Let your words reflect your commitment. Continue watching until the very end, because what I'm about to reveal in the next part will strengthen you for battles you did not even know were forming. I am equipping you not only for survival, but for victory. Apply this to your life. Wake each morning with gratitude before checking your worries. Speak life over yourself instead of criticism. Replace complaint with prayer. Forgive quickly. Act justly. Love deeply. Trust completely. Faith is not a Sunday habit, it is a daily discipline. And when you pray, do not pray as a beggar unsure of your welcome. Pray as a child who knows the door is already open. Believe that I am working behind scenes you cannot access. Believe that delays are not denials. Believe that what I begin, I complete. Your story is not finished. Your failures are not final. Your tears are not wasted. I am weaving all things together for good in ways you cannot yet imagine. Stand firm, stay faithful, seek truth sincerely, walk in integrity, expect justice, live with courage. If these words have strengthened your spirit and brought light into your situation, support this channel in a natural way. Like this message, subscribe so you do not miss what comes next. Join this growing family of faith. And if you feel happy and blessed by these words, you may offer a super thanks as a seed of encouragement. Stay with me and watch what unfolds. I am strengthening you in the waiting. Do not mistake silence for absence. When you do not hear my voice the way you expect, it does not mean I have stepped away. I am working in dimensions you cannot see, arranging moments you have not yet reached, aligning people you have not yet met. The waiting season is not wasted time, it is sacred construction. You measure progress by movement, but I measure progress by maturity. You want acceleration, but I am building endurance. A structure that rises too quickly without depth will collapse under pressure. So when you feel hidden, overlooked, or delayed, understand this. I am strengthening your foundation so that when elevation comes, it will not destroy you. Faith is not proven when everything is easy. Faith is proven when you choose trust while uncertainty surrounds you. When you pray, believe not only that I can answer, but that I am shaping you through the process. Some of you are asking for open doors, yet you resist the preparation required to walk through them. You ask for influence, but you avoid discipline. You desire blessing, but neglect obedience. I do not withhold to punish. I withhold to prepare. There were those who once questioned divine authority because they were more concerned with control than with truth. Pride blinds the heart. When you seek me with sincerity. Do not approach me only when crisis strikes. Build a daily relationship. Speak to me in gratitude before desperation forces your voice. In your daily life, apply this. Set aside moments of stillness. Turn off distraction. Listen. Reflect. Ask yourself, where am I resisting growth? Growth requires discomfort. Muscles strengthen under tension. Character strengthens under testing. Integrity strengthens under pressure. You may see injustice around you and wonder why it continues. Remember this, justice is not absent, it is unfolding. There is accountability for every action, seen and unseen. Do not let bitterness root in your spirit because of someone else's wrongdoing. Bitterness chains you to the very pain you wish to escape. Release it. I am the judge. You focus on becoming who you are called to be. Do not repay wrong with wrong. Choose dignity. Choose restraint. Choose wisdom. When you respond differently than the world expects, you demonstrate strength greater than revenge. I see every time you choose patience instead of anger. I see every time you walk away instead of retaliating. Nothing is unnoticed. You wonder why certain doors closed. I closed them because what was behind them would have limited you. You wonder why certain relationships ended. I allowed separation because attachment was distracting you from purpose. Trust that I remove what cannot sustain your destiny. But understand this clearly. Faith without action is incomplete. If you pray for peace, yet constantly entertain chaos, you sabotage your own prayer. If you pray for provision, but refuse diligence, you delay your harvest. Align your behavior with your belief. Live as though you trust me. Speak life over your household. Encourage your family. Teach your children integrity by example, not only instruction. Bring honesty into your work. Even when no one watches, I am watching. Excellence in secret builds honor in public. If this message is awakening something within you, declare your agreement by typing, I believe, below. Let it be more than words. Let it mark a decision to walk differently from this moment forward. Stay with me through this entire message and through what is still to come, because each part is building strength within you layer by layer. I am not only comforting you, I am transforming you. What you learn here will guide your choices tomorrow, and those choices will shape your future. Stop speaking defeat over your life. Your words carry weight. Instead of saying, I cannot handle this, say, I am being strengthened through this. Instead of saying, nothing ever changes, say, growth is happening even now. Your perspective influences your peace. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified because of past mistakes. Repentance restores alignment. When you turn back sincerely, I do not hold your past against you. I use your lessons to build wisdom. Shame is not my voice. Conviction leads to change. Shame leads to hiding. Come into the light. And remember this, I am both mercy and justice. Blessing flows where faith and obedience meet. Consequence follows persistent rejection of truth. Choose the path that leads to life. Choose humility over arrogance. Choose service over selfishness. Choose faith over fear. If these words are strengthening your heart and bringing clarity to your season, like this message so it reaches others who need encouragement. Subscribe so you remain connected to this journey. Join this community of faith. And if you feel uplifted and grateful for what you are receiving, you may give a super thanks as a gesture of support. Let your actions reflect the value you are gaining. I am not finished with you. The waiting is shaping you. The silence is teaching you. The pressure is refining you. Remain steady. Remain sincere. Remain expectant. And prepare yourself, because what comes next will require courage. But you are being made ready. I am refining you through the fire. You ask me for greater purpose, yet you tremble when the fire grows hotter. Hear me clearly. Refinement is not rejection. The flame that surrounds you is not sent to destroy you, but to remove what cannot remain. Gold does not fear the furnace, because the furnace reveals its purity. And you, though you feel pressed on every side, are being purified for something higher than comfort. There are seasons when everything feels uncertain, when prayers seem unanswered, when strength feels thin. In those moments, the temptation is to retreat into fear or frustration. But I tell you this, do not run from the process that is strengthening you. The storm is not proof that I have abandoned you. It is evidence that your roots are growing deeper. When my authority was questioned in the days of old, it revealed the condition of the hearts asking. Those who truly sought truth received wisdom. Those who sought to challenge truth received silence. Examine your own heart. Are you asking me for direction because you intend to follow it, or because you want me to validate what you have already decided? Sincerity opens revelation. Pride blocks it. You cannot carry bitterness and expect peace. You cannot carry pride and expect elevation. Release what weighs you down. Forgive those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because your freedom matters more than your resentment. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is power. It releases you from chains that anger keeps tightening. Some of you are facing injustice. You see dishonesty prospering and integrity struggling. You wonder if righteousness is worth the cost. Hear me, nothing done in faithfulness is wasted. Justice moves on. My timeline, not yours. What is built on corruption will crumble. What is built on truth will stand. Continue walking uprightly, even when shortcuts tempt you. Apply this truth to your life today. When conflict arises, choose wisdom over reaction. Pause before responding. Pray before deciding. Seek counsel when confused. Discipline your thoughts. Not every thought deserves agreement. Replace destructive thinking with truth. Instead of assuming the worst, expect my guidance. Instead of fearing loss, trust my provision. You are not defined by your worst moment. Failure is a teacher, not a life sentence. If you fall, rise again. Learn. Adjust. Continue. I am more concerned with your direction than your perfection. Growth is progress over time, not instant flawlessness. And understand this. Faith is not merely believing I exist. It is believing I am active. When you pray, pray with confidence that I am moving. Align your requests with my character, justice, mercy, integrity, compassion. When your desires reflect my heart, your confidence increases because you are asking according to truth. There were wicked tenants in a parable long ago who misused what was entrusted to them and rejected correction. Their downfall was not sudden, it was the result of persistent refusal to change. Learn from that warning. When I correct you, it is love. When I convict you, it is protection. Do not harden your heart when truth confronts you. Soft hearts grow, hardened hearts break. You want transformation? Then practice daily obedience. Small choices repeated consistently create lasting change. Wake up with intention. Guard your speech. Speak encouragement more than criticism. Serve quietly. Give generously. Pray sincerely. Live honorably. These are not dramatic acts, but they build unshakable character. If this message is stirring courage inside you, write faithful in the comments as a declaration that you will remain steady even in the fire. Let it mark your decision to grow instead of retreat. Stay with me until the very end of this message and through what is still ahead. Each word is strengthening you for real-life battles, at home, at work, within your own thoughts. I am not speaking to inspire emotion alone. I am equipping you with principles that will guide your future. Do not underestimate the power of persistence. Breakthrough often comes to those who refuse to quit. The seed beneath the soil faces darkness before it sees light. Yet it continues to grow unseen. Your effort, your prayer, your discipline, they are not invisible to me. Even when others do not applaud, I am working behind the scenes. You may feel alone, but you are never abandoned. I walk with you through uncertainty. I stand beside you in confrontation. I strengthen you in exhaustion. Draw near to me daily, not only in crisis. Relationship sustains what emotion cannot. Remember, mercy and responsibility walk together. I forgive, but I also call you higher. Grace lifts you. Truth directs you. Do not settle for shallow living when you are called to depth. Do not exchange long-term purpose for short-term pleasure. Choose the path that leads to life, even if it requires sacrifice. If these words are guiding you, strengthening you, and bringing clarity to your journey, support this channel in a meaningful way. Like this message so it can reach someone who is struggling. Subscribe to continue walking this path of growth. Join this community that seeks truth and transformation. And if you feel grateful and encouraged by what you are receiving, you may offer a super thanks as an act of appreciation and support. The fire will not consume you. It will refine you. The pressure will not crush you. It will shape you. Remain faithful. Remain humble. Remain courageous. Because what I am preparing you for next requires strength, and you are becoming ready. I am leading you into fulfillment. Now listen closely, because this is where many grow weary and turn back. You have endured the waiting. You have walked through refinement. You have wrestled with doubt and chosen faith. And now you stand at the edge of fulfillment. But fulfillment requires courage just as much as suffering required endurance. Do not shrink back when opportunity appears. For years you prayed for open doors, and now that one stands before you, fear whispers that you are not ready. That whisper is not from me. I have been preparing you in ways you did not always understand. Every delay trained your patience. Every disappointment strengthened your resilience. Every correction refined your character. You are more prepared than you realize. There is a difference between wishing for change and stepping into change. Wishing is comfortable. Stepping forward requires action. Faith without movement remains incomplete. When you pray believing, align your steps with your prayers. If you ask me for growth, accept responsibility. If you ask me for purpose, embrace discipline. If you ask me for peace, release control. Some of you still carry fear from past failures. You tried before and it did not succeed. You trusted before and were hurt. You hoped before and were disappointed. But understand this, past outcomes do not dictate future possibilities when you walk with me. The lessons of yesterday are tools for tomorrow, not chains to keep you bound. I am calling you into maturity. Maturity is choosing wisdom over impulse. It is choosing long-term vision over short-term emotion. It is choosing obedience even when no one applauds. The world rewards noise. I reward faithfulness. The world celebrates image. I strengthen integrity. Apply this in your daily life. Manage your time wisely. Guard your habits carefully. Speak intentionally. Remove influences that weaken your discipline. Surround yourself with voices that challenge you toward growth rather than comfort you in stagnation. What you repeatedly expose yourself to shapes your thinking, and your thinking shapes your decisions. There are still those who question truth and resist righteousness. Do not be distracted by them. When authority rooted in truth is challenged, it stands firm. When authority rooted in ego is challenged, it collapses. Anchor yourself in truth. Build your life on principles that endure beyond opinion. And remember accountability. Every choice carries weight. You are entrusted with time, talent, relationships, and influence. Steward them wisely. The parable of the unfaithful servants was not merely a warning, it was an invitation to responsibility. I do not entrust more to those who misuse what they already have. If you desire increase, prove faithful in the present. Gratitude must become your daily rhythm. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is growing. When you thank me in advance, you demonstrate trust. When you praise me during difficulty, you demonstrate maturity. Gratitude does not deny challenges, it declares confidence beyond them. If this message resonates deeply within you, if you sense that you are being called into a higher level of faith and responsibility, type "ready" in the comments as a declaration of your willingness to step forward boldly. Stay until the very end, because this final encouragement is for your future. I am not only guiding you for today, I am positioning you for years ahead. The habits you build now will determine the peace you experience later. The discipline you practice now will shape the doors that open tomorrow. Release comparison completely. Another person's blessing does not diminish yours. Another person's progress does not delay your promise. Trust my timing. I see the full picture. What feels slow to you is precise from my perspective. When challenges return, and they will do not interpret them as regression. Growth continues in layers. Each new level requires deeper trust. But you will not face it alone. I remain constant. My mercy renews daily. My justice stands firm. My guidance is available when you seek sincerely. Choose each day to walk consciously with me. Begin your morning with intention. End your night with reflection. Ask yourself, did my choices today reflect faith, integrity, and love? Small adjustments made daily prevent large regrets later. You are not an accident. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. I have walked with you through confusion, through correction, through refinement, and now into responsibility. Stand confidently, speak truthfully, act courageously, love generously, forgive quickly, trust deeply. And if these words have strengthened your heart, brought clarity to your direction, and inspired growth in your spirit, support this channel so that others may receive the same encouragement. Like this message, subscribe to continue growing together. Join this community of faith and purpose. And if you feel truly uplifted and grateful for what you have heard, you may offer a super thanks as an expression of appreciation. Move forward with confidence. Live what you have learned. Apply these principles daily. Watch how discipline produces peace, how faith produces strength, how obedience produces blessing. I am leading you not only out of difficulty, but into destiny. Walk boldly. I am with you, and all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. And Jesus said unto them, Neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. Jesus will miserably destroy those wicked men, and all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. And Jesus said unto them, Neither tell I you by what authority or way I do these things. Jesus will miserably destroy those wicked men, and all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. Jesus is teaching about faith in prayer. The idea is not that believers get anything they want automatically, but that sincere prayer, aligned with faith and God's will, has power. It emphasizes trust in God rather than doubt. Faith and belief are essential in prayer. Neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. Religious leaders questioned Jesus about his authority. He responded by asking them about John the Baptist's authority first. When they refused to answer honestly, Jesus declined to explain further. Truth requires sincerity. Those who reject truth may not receive fuller revelation. He will miserably destroy those wicked men. This comes from the parable of the wicked tenants, where Jesus describes tenants who mistreat the landowner's servants and son. The story symbolizes leaders who reject God's messengers. God's justice will ultimately prevail over wrongdoing. Faith and prayer. Authority of Jesus, accountability and justice. Consequences of rejecting truth. Jesus teaches both mercy and responsibility. Faith brings blessing, but persistent rejection of righteousness leads to judgment. Amen.